What's going on, everyone? It's Abdallah here with another exciting episode of Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi Battles. We're continuing on our PAX Pokemon League series here with battle number 10 against the gym leader Patrick Pinkerton, the Pink Pokemon Protector. Talk about alliteration right there. Try saying that 10 times fast. Anyway, thank you guys for coming back to this episode, and you know what? Show your support by hitting that like button. Let's aim for 500 like we typically do. I know you guys can do it, and you guys have been doing an awesome job supporting the series throughout the last couple of days, so thanks. Go for it. Thumbs up. Alright, so here we go. Now, the backstory behind this one was, I think on day 1 or day 2, I actually tried to battle him, but our 3DSs wouldn't connect infrared. So we were sitting there and I was trying non-stop for at least a good 20 minutes trying to get our two 3DSs to connect, and it didn't happen. And he's like, sorry dude, I got a huge queue, but I gotta bump you out in order for that to get figured out. And I'm like, well, I understand. I don't think our 3DSs were friends. So anyway, on the last day of PAX, I saw him and I'm like, hey dude, you want to try this again if you got time? He's like, yeah, sure man. I felt really bad for kicking you out. And I'm like, don't worry about it. So Patrick Pinkerton, let's take a look at his little excerpt, his bio on the PAX Pokemon League site right over here. As a child, Patrick saw a group of kids picking on a little Jigglypuff. He immediately stepped in to stop the bullies, but was unable to do anything. Inspired by his selfless act, the Puff fought back and knocked out the bullies. Ever since then, he's dedicated his life to protecting and empowering all pink Pokemon. When he heard tales of a great gathering of Pokemon trainers in Boston, he knew this was his opportunity to prove that these plushy pink puffs won't be pushed around. Don't be lured into a false sense of safety because of his pink, cuddly lineup. If you can defeat his pack of pink Pokemon, you'll earn yourself the Pink Badge! Yeah! Alright, so I got the Pink Badge. Let's see if we can zoom in on that. It's pretty much a heart. It says Pokemon League 2014 on it. It's very cool looking. I like it. So, I don't know if there's another name for a pink badge, but it's the Pink Badge. Now, one of his Pokemon on his team, which is one of my favorite 6th Gen Pokemon, Sylveon right over here, is very awesome. So that's going to lead us to the comment question of the day, and I want each of you guys to participate in it. If you had a Sylveon, what set would you put on it? Now, there's so many sets that I run on Sylveon. Sylveon is such a versatile Pokemon that it can do a lot of things well. It can be a Wish, Baton Passer, it can be Heal Bell. Since it evolves from Eevee, Eevee's got those normal type moves that can transfer over and take advantage of the Pixelate ability, which boosts its power and makes the normal type moves fairy type. So that's amazing. So if you got a Hyper Voice, that would be awesome. I'm telling you, Hyper Voice. Bring that from the previous generation and slap it on a Pixelate Sylveon, and you're just golden from then on. Anyway, we're going to continue on with the battle here. Let's take a look at the teams and see how I managed to defeat my good friend Pinkerton. Yes, okay. You guys have seen this team before if you guys come out to my weekend live streams. This is my Truant Trap team. I kind of tweaked it a bit to continuously trap people. I've got the Zapdos, which is a Spec Zapdos. I like to lead with that sometimes because it's got the Volt Switch in case I'm in a bad matchup. I can switch out. I've got the Doug Trio with the Arena Trap. I've got the Tyranitar. That's my Mega T-Tar. I've got the Calm Mind Gothitelle. I've got the Truant Entrainment Durant, and I've got my friend Fortress to set up rocks, set up hazards, break any potential sashes, and go from there. So taking a look at his team, he's got three of my favorite Pokemon in the game. He's got Vaporeon, he's got Sylveon, and he's got Espeon. So all three of those evolutions are literally my favorite Pokemon in the game, along with Blissey and Clefable and Miltank. So Miltank's going to be the physical threat on the team. I don't see anyone else that's going to be physical. I mean, some people do run a physical Sylveon with Quick Attack, maybe Double Edge, Revenge. I've seen it all. So yeah, so mostly a special based team. So with that being said, Mega T-Tar is going to do some work, although he's weak against fairy type moves, and I want to say 3 of them can potentially pack a Dazzling Gleam or a Moonblast. So I'm thinking, you know what? Let's start off with Spec Zapdos. In case he leads off with Vaporeon, then that's going to be a good day for me. But in case he doesn't, then I could just switch out to an appropriate counter and go from there. Alright, here we go. We are starting up. So, game plan. Leading with that big Zapdos. choice specs, anything that comes in is going to take this hit, and no one's going to be able to resist it. So I can either go for Volt Switch if I don't like the matchup, or I can just go for some specs T-Bolts and start knocking some stuff out. Anyway, so he's got this Espeon. I'm like, okay, well, Magic Bounce Espeon, that's really not cool, considering now I've got a Fortress that's kind of useless. With the Stealth Rocks, he may bounce it back. But anyway, I'm going to go for Volt Switch right over here. I take the Psychic very well, considering it does about 50 damage, but I get the Special Defense drop, so I'm not going to stay in. So luckily for me, he actually had the red card that bounces me out, but I was leaving anyway. So I go for Durant over here. Now, I accidentally do the misplay of using Entrainment, and it bounces back at me, but it doesn't matter because, yeah, it doesn't. I actually wanted to see if I'd get Magic Bounce. That would be really cool. A Magic Bounce Durant, hello. Anyway, so that didn't work. I wanted to test it out, but it didn't. So I'm going to bring in Mega T-Tar here, knowing that the Psychic is going to happen again, and I can definitely resist it or nullify it altogether. So right here, unfortunately, this T-Tar is not packing Pursuit, or else I would use it. So I'm going to DD on the switch. I'm going to Dragon Dance because I know he's going to switch out. And with that being said, I'm going to be faster than a good majority of his team. I want to say I'll be faster than his Miltank, because I know Miltanks tend to be a little bit quick. So anyway, I'm going to go for the Dragon Dance, boosting my attack and my speed one stage, so whoever is actually going to get hit by this next coming move is going to not appreciate it at all. So here comes his Pascal here. Now, I'm going to go for the Stone Edge, and luckily I don't miss it. I'm going to hit it, and that is going to be a clean one-shot. Now, Sylveon is not really defensively bulky, so it definitely mattered that I got the +1, and at the same time, it was stab and very strong. So right now, I'm not going to risk doing it again, so I'm going to go for the safe crunch. Now, Vaporeon, being how bulky it is, it actually survived it, retaliates with a Scald, does not get the burn, thank goodness, because that would have been terrible. But the Vaporeon's got the leftover, so it cancels out the Sandstorm damage. I was actually hoping that it wouldn't, so that I can get another Dragon Dance up and then just proceed to sweep his team if the Sandstorm took him out, but that wasn't the case. So, he goes down. Unfortunately, there goes my favorite Pokemon. I had to kill it. I'm sorry, Vaporeon, I'm sorry. Anyway, Blissey comes in. I'm like, oh, Blissey, that's fine. That thing's like a paperweight when it comes to physical defense. Let's just crunch it, see what happens. Okay, cool, killed it. No, wait, what? What? Focus Sash, Blissey, what? Counter, oh, why? Why? That is so situational, it doesn't even, oh my god, it's not even funny how situational that is, but he was in the right situation for it. So right now, I'm just bringing in this Zapdos one more time. I'm just going to lock myself into Thunderbolt because I don't really need to switch around. All of his pokes are not going to appreciate the very high power Thunderbolt coming off this thing. So right here, Clefable comes in. That takes a good 60% damage, which is going to be a two-shot on him. So I kill the Clefable. Preston's out of here. Now, unfortunately, he did sack his Clefable when he should have just sacked that Blissey. I mean, that thing's slow. It's got 1 HP. It's not really going to do much. And also, unfortunately, I didn't have the Sandstorm up one more turn. But look at this guy. This Miltank takes his hit like a boss, lives on like 2 or 3 HP, and then retaliates with a return. I'm like, really? How the heck does that happen? Anyway, so I bring in the man, the myth, the legend, ×3, Doug Trio, and we're just going to trap these guys, and we're just going to Earthquake from here on out. No one's going to be able to switch out. Not like he wants to switch out because he has any flying types. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. So Doug Trio is going to outspeed the rest of his team and just clean up shop, which is awesome. Unfortunately, I didn't get any truant trapping shenanigans, which is what I wanted to do. But that's okay. I got to test out if you can actually Magic Bounce it on me. But here we go. Blissey's out of here. That was an awesome Blissey. Let me tell you, Counter Bliss is great, especially with Soft Boiled. I don't know about that Focus Sash, but yeah, that's a very interesting set. So taking a look at the teams. Did pretty well. Knocked out my Zapdos. Yep. I still had a whole bunch of pokes in the wing, so not bad. Not bad. I love the pink Pokemon. Although that Vaporeon, is that Vaporeon pink or is that like a purple? I don't know, but either way, good job. Shoutouts to you for using it, and yeah, that was awesome. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching today's battle. I enjoyed the battle against Pinkerton. It was very awesome. Thank you for allowing me to battle you. And yeah, thanks for just being there. It was really fun. He had a Sylveon plushie and he had an Espeon plushie like right next to him the entire time. And not to mention, he was wearing a Sylveon hoodie, which was so cool. I mean, you can see in the picture right there. So very cool. Pinkerton, loved your team. You had 3 of my favorite Pokemon on it, so hands down to that. Hands down to you guys for keeping up with the series and hitting that like button. Just reminding you guys, we're at 500 likes. That's what we're aiming for. So do your part. Hit that like button. It only takes a quick second. If you guys want more Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battles, all you got to do is hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget in the comment section below, let me know what you guys think of Sylveon and what kind of sets you run on a Sylveon. It's so versatile. So many sets can be made. I would love it if you would share them with everyone else in the Pokemon community. All right, until next time, guys, hit that subscribe button for more Pokemon X and Y, and we will talk to you on the next episode. See ya!